Hey y'all, how y'all doing? This is your girl Tashi, and I am back with another video. How you doing? How you feeling? I hope everyone is okay. Well, I hope everyone's okay. Anyway, so we're gonna be back into why can't Jamaicans access their own beaches. I've watched a video talking about this a little bit. Someone was complaining how Jamaicans can't access to their own beach, which is crazy to me because that's your country. It's just this control thing that I don't like. Like, if you was born and raised in a country, you should be able to have access to your own beaches. I don't know why they being selfish with the beaches. I don't know. So let's just get straight to the video. I don't know what's going on.
Tourists I get beach, rich people I get beach. When all come and buy, we have to buy access to the beach. That can't continue.
This is Steertown, a historic fishing community on the north coast of Jamaica. Local residents relied on the beach for their livelihood. But in 2020, two companies bought the land containing the pathways leading to Malmö Bay Beach.
Discrimination, apartheid thing, we're tired of that. That must end.
The owners built a cement wall along the property, effectively cutting off surrounding communities from the coast.
I'm sorry, y'all. This got me so mad. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all don't understand. This is upsetting me. Like, I'm literally shaking. Like, this is very upsetting because I have no problem with people who has money. Nothing wrong being rich. There's nothing wrong being a billionaire. There's nothing wrong with that. It's your money. But I just don't like the control. It's the control that pisses me off. The person who bought and your prime minister is sad that y'all should be mad at your prime minister because your prime minister should never allow that. You can't even get mad at the rich people. You really got to get mad at the prime minister, the government, the people, the Jamaican government are allowing this. Those are the people y'all should be mad about because this is sad and this is crazy. The fact that they bought two beaches and they're taking over the beach and they're shutting the people who was born and raised in Jamaica and saying y'all can't come here. This is crazy. I never heard anything like that. Oh my God. And I'm thinking about the beach that I went to, that private beach. I wonder what happened. Oh my God. I don't even want to think about it. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Lifelong fisherman Norris Arscott lives up the hill in one of these communities. Both his father and grandfather before him worked as fishermen at the same beach that he did.
All right. That's the hotel here. And the beach is just right beside the hotel there. It doesn't take me more than like 8-10 minutes from here to the beach. Now they push you off there. I had to do 10 miles each morning to do my fishing work.
To access the new fishing beach, Norris is forced to bike at 4:30 in the morning along a busy highway.
The entire St. Ann to St. Mary is blocked out.
Not St. Anne's. Remember I mentioned that that's where I went and I love St. Anne's Beach. That's the same St. Anne they blocked off? Are you serious? Are you kidding? You got to be kidding me. Not St. Anne's. Oh no.
From we, the fishermen, we've been paying taxes down there.
One of the companies announced a plan to build a 250-room resort on the land in front of Malmö Bay Beach. It will sit beside two all-inclusive resorts that already block access to the coastline.
Here they don't have fences. They got mountains of concrete walls. You can see that.
This is so. I'm sorry. I don't mean to keep stopping the video, but this is tacky. I'm sorry. That high fence, whatever you want to call it, that's just tacky.
To local advocacy groups' calculations,
God.
Less than 1% of Jamaica's coastline is accessible to the public.
Me personally have no access to another beach. So we had no choice than to go where they push us. Me been occupying that beach for 70 years. Those beaches was like our playground. The culture was all together.
Yes.
All fishermen, all children, everybody was together.
Even at 70 years old, Norris still relies on his income from fishing. When weather conditions are optimal, he can make a bit more than Jamaica's minimum wage.
Sometimes I catch just about 4 or 5 pounds. It depends on the weather out there, you know. 4 pounds of fish would be like $4,000. So I go every day as long as the sea is good. What else to do? There's nothing else.
Minimum wage in the country is approximately $85 per week. In comparison, the two all-inclusive resorts that operate on Malmö Bay Beach can cost hundreds of dollars per person per.
I already see how Jamaica is gonna look in. I mean, I won't be here, of course, like 100 years from now. I could just imagine how it's gonna look. I could just imagine. Jamaica is not gonna look like Jamaica. It's sad to say that. It's really not. It's really not.
Per night. Fisher folk like Norris often don't see the benefits of those tourism dollars.
I earn more money if I was fishing here. But what happened, I had to be going and coming to and from St. Anne's Bay to here to make $1. It's a far, tall journey to do from here at 70 years of age. They are pushing us back. This colonial system is coming right back at us. I'm sitting and I'm tired.
This made me want to cry. Like, this is just so sad.
I've been in this kind of life with these people called politicians. Majority of them is no good in Jamaica.
No.
There are approximately 74 public beaches on the island, but many of
I mean to cut off again. He's right, but we all know that, so.
them are in disrepair,
We're not
charge daily use
surprised.
fees, or are difficult to access without a vehicle. Damien Combs lives in Steertown, down the road from Norris. Since the beach's access was blocked, he has seen his neighbors lose their entire source of income.
So we're looking here at jet skis which have been parked, so to speak. Some of them are broken, some of them have damaged engines. They would sell rides to tourists or sell rides to locals. Jet skis put food on the table. The thing that the government will tell you, and these hotels, that they create jobs. They create jobs, but what kind of jobs? You're actually working in a hotel, which you will never ever be able to afford. You have all your independent people that did their own independent work and created their jobs that have lost those jobs. The people that sell t-shirts, they're the fisher folk. Beach closing basically canceled all those jobs.
A grassroots organization called JABEM.
That's what they love to say that. They love to say that. And it's not just, and it's sad because this is not, you have to understand, this is not only happening in Jamaica, this is also happening in Hawaii. And this is not, and I'm quite sure this is happening in other countries we don't know about. You know, it's all about money. Let's keep it real. It's all about money. You know, it's benefiting them. It's not really benefiting the people. They claim they're creating jobs for people, but it probably is. But there are people who was okay with the money they was making. It was helping the community. You know, they was helping their people. But even if you do get the amount of money, I don't know what kind of money they're paying the workers. Can they afford to go on the beach and do these things? Can they afford, like, you know, let's just stop pretending. Let's just stop pretending like you're doing something for the people. Let's just stop, okay? This is just sad. I'm sorry. As humans, it's sad that we're treating each other like this. It's sad as humans.
Has started organizing communities like Damien's to fight for beach access. JABEM helps communities with
Good for them.
advocacy,
Yes.
including organizing this
I hope
protest
everybody
and getting
stick
beach
together.
access rights cases into the courts.
Yeah.
They take our ancestors from Africa and encamp us around here. They give us Jamaican nationality. But yes, they could only give us piecemeal. Because they're going to tell us that we can't go over there. And up here, we are here to repeal a draconian law passed during the colonial era that says that we, as Jamaicans, don't have any rights to access our God-given beach or environment.
Jamaica gained
A beach that God created is crazy to me, that people feel like it's our beach and you can't go on this beach because I say so. I don't care if you was born in Jamaica. You can't come on this beach because I say so. You don't have the money. I have the money. And that's what they're thinking. They're like, psh, just give them a little something over there. Just give them a little piece over there so they can leave us people over alone, you know? Leave those peasants. That's what they're thinking. They don't care about the people. They really don't. They say they do. They'll probably come on TV and claim we do care about the people. We're trying to better Jamaica, and we're giving people jobs here. You know, people have to understand. They saying that to calm y'all down, so y'all can just keep it moving. You know, but this is sad. This is sad to watch.
The UK in 1962. But many laws from colonial rule remain intact, including one called the Beach Control Act of 1956. The law states that the British Crown maintains all rights to the foreshore, and that the public has no inherent rights to access it. While the monarchy no longer governs, this law is still the primary beach access policy on the island, so legally, Jamaicans are still not guaranteed the right to access the beach. In other Caribbean countries like Barbados and Aruba, all beaches are considered public property.
And we have a slogan in Jamaica, one love. But where is the one love for the Jamaicans? By our government.
Devin Taylor is the president of JBEM, or the Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement. He started the organization in 2022 after his hometown was cut off from the shoreline.
We want the decolonization of this land. And all these colonial era laws must go. They no longer represent the ideals of the descendants of enslaved Africans.
Black Jamaicans still face systemic inequalities rooted in British colonialism. Jamaica was a center of the Caribbean slave trade. The British government granted enslaved Africans emancipation in 1838, but they didn't receive any reparations or land. Instead, It was slave owners who were provided reparations for their economic loss. Voting rights were originally tied to property ownership, and so landless Jamaicans couldn't vote until 1944. It's estimated that nearly 20% of the country's population still lives in informal settlements without land titles.
The moneyed class buy all the properties along the coastline. They're allowed to fence their property. Now we're in a crisis situation. It's what? Easily 35, 40 degrees today. My community that lives across from the road, less than 0.3 miles, cannot go to the beach. Tourists is monopolized. Comes off a plane, get into a bus
and
get
go to the resort,
never leave the resort.
Mm-hmm.
So money that would have spent in communities, no longer.
Nope.
It stays into multinational corporation that then leaves Jamaica.
The Caribbean is the most...
He said it better than me. I couldn't really find the words, but he said it better than me because I already knew. I mean, of course, we all knew. We're not stupid people, you know.
Tourism
we know.
In the world. But according to the UN, approximately 80% of all tourism dollars spent in the Caribbean end up leaving the region. This has been experienced firsthand by Shaneka Taylor, who sells souvenirs and food on the beach of one of these resorts at Cooper's Pen.
Yesterday, there are 26 of them in the group. Yesterday, they take them out to shop outside of the hotel. They spent over $1,000 US getting t-shirts, clothing. So they said that they did not know about us here on the beach. They don't tell the tourists about us because the hotel have their own gift shops.
Shaneka and her fellow vendors set up makeshift stalls in front of the construction site of a new resort. But once the resort is built, they will likely have nowhere to sell. The construction already cut off local fisher folks' access to the beach.
Why do we need these high buildings? This is... Some of y'all who knows me, y'all know I've said this so many times in my old videos, right? About how I'm so sick of these high buildings. I don't like these high buildings. Y'all know how, and it's so crazy because I live in New York. I'm surrounded by high buildings, but I just don't like it because it's too much. Why we can't live somewhere where there's a little bit of building, just a little bit of houses, and we cool. Why are we doing this? I'm telling you, years from now, they're going to build all these high buildings. Y'all not going to have no sun shining in Jamaica. It's going to be cold. It probably don't going to be that cold, but it's still going to be cold because they're blocking the sun. It's going to be dark. Why? And there's going to be more people because other rich people who are like millionaires and billionaires are going to copy this and they want to do the same thing. It's going to be a competition because then more people are going to come and they're going to start building more buildings. And what's going to happen? They're going to start raising the prices on everything in Jamaica. People are not going to be able to afford to live. People are going to be homeless. We don't need this. Jamaica is a beautiful island by itself. It don't need no high buildings. It don't need none of this stuff. I mean, I get it. The whole tourists coming in is going to help Jamaica, but it was already helping Jamaica before. It's just that y'all need to create other jobs for them. There's got to be jobs for them. But y'all not creating jobs for them. Y'all doing things for yourself. This is selfish,
After the hotel is finished, I'm not sure.
Even my dog agree. He's mad.
What is going to take place? So we're going to have to move. And we don't know where to. We don't have a spot to put up our shops. We don't have nothing. So this is how we're going to have to pull down.
The tourism industry makes up approximately 20% of the country's GDP. But the Minister of Tourism has also acknowledged that the sector is known for low-paid, low-skilled jobs that provide little economic security. Access to tourists is often limited for Jamaicans like Shaneka, who sell food and souvenirs to make a living.
So the rules are 2 persons on the beach at a time, 20 minutes apiece. We're not supposed to go to the tourists where they're sitting. We have to stay a distance. We have to call them to come to us. And sometimes they tell us like we have to go in the water to walk. Makes us feel sad sometimes because we're...
Yeah, because it makes you feel like you don't... It makes it feel like you're the visitor in your own country. Like I don't belong on this side. This is our side. Your side is over there. It make you feel some type of way. I'm not even Jamaican and I'm feeling this. Well, I'm Jamaican, by blood, my both sides of my family is Jamaican. But you know what I mean? Like, it make me feel some type of way.
The guesses, we're not gonna do anything that's not right. But the good thing is that they allow us to walk. So we kind of appreciate that.
Many of the other vendors at Cooper's Pen used to sell their products from a shopping village. They say they have been forced to move numerous times since construction began on the resort. While they all rely on their income from selling to tourists, the conditions they face to do so continue to get worse. There's no longer a direct path to the beach, so they trek through mangroves to get there.
That's sad.
So this is our path. This is where we walk. Sometimes it's rough because when the rain falls, the water gets high, like about here. It's scary sometimes because we have to step in the water to get onto the beach.
It will be all like there. Swamp, big swamp, It used to be easier and faster to get to the beach. Where the fishermen, they used to access that beach. So it was a public, people go there and buy fish. Kids, they come and swim. The elderly people come and take a fresh swim out in the ocean.
We worry because a lot of persons have been here many years, so this is where they get their honest bread from. This is their 9 to 5. So they don't have a other job, they don't have nothing else to turn to.
Jabem is currently helping sue the companies and government agencies that have cut off beach access from communities. It has 3 active cases in the courts and has 17 more it plans to file in the near future. Norris and Damien are plaintiffs in one of these cases.
We are suing to get access to our beaches. We're not trying to tear down the development or tear down the commercialization or the building space.
They built the case around another colonial era law called the Prescription Act.
Frig that, I don't care. They need to stop building. We don't need all these big high buildings. It's gonna make Jamaica look more like a it's not gonna look like an island no more. It's gonna look like this whole city. It's gonna look like New York. It's gonna look like here. All these high buildings. Like, I mean, I don't even get sun in here, to be honest. And this side of my apartment, I don't get no sun because there's buildings in front of me. So yeah, it's gonna be like that.
The law says members of the public can continue accessing a beach if they can prove that they've used it for fishing, bathing, or recreation for 20 years without interruption.
What we're saying is that we've always had access to this beach. Our ancestors access to this beach. We are a beach community. We are beach people.
Yes.
We're a small island surrounded by water. We want the laws to change.
Jabem plans to take the Cooper's Pen beach closure case to court. While vendors aren't explicitly protected under the law like fishermen are,
This is sad.
Jabem hopes that winning some of these court cases will lead the way to more permanent beach access rights for all Jamaicans.
We want to change it legislatively. We want it to be constitutionally enshrined that everyone in Jamaica have a general and unfettered rights to use our beaches. It's directly targeted at the black descendants of enslaved Africans. We feel that pain. And we are marginalized in 2023. We need a new model, a new framework, and we're asking for that, and we will not stop until we get that.
Yeah, so comment below. Let me know what's going on. If you're from Jamaica, let me know what's going on. How you feel about this? This is sad, but like I said, this is happening in a lot of places. This is happening in Hawaii from the videos I've watched and other videos I've watched about Hawaii. And I'm quite sure this is happening in other countries that I don't really know about. Probably see if I can find some videos about that because it's kind of crazy. I'm looking at one right here that's saying how the U.S. stole this Paradise Island. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I want to watch that right now. I need something that put me in a good mood because this is sad. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Peace.